Hi, everyone. Welcome today to our weekly webinar. Today is May 5th. Angela and myself are so happy and excited to be here with y'all. Please make sure that you have somewhere to write down everything that we're going to be learning today. And remember, we're going to be learning a lot of like tech stuff, things for our social media. You can take notes. You can also re-watch everything that we are going to be learning. And don't stress out if you can like accomplish those goals on the first go. If you have any questions, if you want to go slowly, if you feel like you're falling behind, please let me know and schedule a one-on-one meeting with me, and I'll be gladly here to help y'all improve all of your tech skills for social media. So let's welcome Angela. Hi, Angela. Welcome.
Thank you, Cynthia. Yes, we'll go nice and slow through our tech tip today, and we totally expect technical difficulties from time to time. So we will help you troubleshoot those as best we can, either while we're working on it today or with me or with Cynthia later. So thank you so much. All right, so we are in May, our first webinar of this month. For our agenda today, for our spotlight, we're going to work on hormones and kind of how they affect our body and how we can deal with some of those issues with the Balance for Women set. And we will continue working on that new social media challenge with our direct product links as well. For business tools, we're going to talk about the guides and certifications related to the different topics for this month. For prospecting, we'll do our LinkTree update, and we're going to talk about just like a simple plan of action for your sales process. And for tech tip, we'll keep working on those automated messaging systems using ManyChat. And so we will go through that information nice and slowly. It's nice if you have, for example, if you're watching us on your phone, if you have a laptop that you can have available, we're going to be doing a little bit more in like a browser today. So if you have a second device, if you can grab that and have it ready to go for the tech tip at the end of the webinar, that will be helpful. It's just a little bit easier to navigate when you have those two devices going. So let me know if you have any questions about that. All right, so our product spotlight today is a Balance for Women set. As you know, this is a set that is on promotion this month. It has some of our superstar women care products like Deo Intim and Gel Intim. These are kind of, for me, the superstars in this set. If I'm promoting this set this month, these are the two that get the most of my airtime, right? Because when we're talking to our customers, these are really like physical basic needs for self-care that those products are going to help meet. So Deo Intim provides that gentle cleansing without affecting our natural moisture barriers on our skin, our natural protective layers of our skin. It also has the wheat germ and chamomile are going to be really calming, anti-inflammatory effects, etc. So this is a great product to have. We have Gel Intim for a personal lubricant or moisturizer for intimate areas. This again has aloe vera and glycerin and other gentle moisturizers for dryness that women experience during hormonal changes throughout the month and throughout just life in general, right? Lightweight moisturizer with almond body lotion, really lightweight moisturizer, great for daily use, but it really gives you great hydration for your skin. And it has that really light almond aroma, which makes it great for the whole family. Perfect for sensitive skin. You can actually even use that one on your face as like a mask. You can put it on your face, leave it for 15 minutes and rinse it for a deep hydration mask on your skin. So we also have the sandalwood bath essence to promote sensuality. It just smells wonderful. What a treat to give yourself at the end of the day with a warm bath with sandalwood bath essence. Excuse me, and geranium essential oil for your diffuser, for your aroma blends, mists, etc. Really helps with mood swings, just kind of balancing out our moods when our hormones can kind of send them on these major shifts. So a really big topic that goes along with this set, obviously just like basic care for us as women, but also a lot of the needs that these products are addressing are related to hormonal changes, which is kind of a big topic if you're bringing that up with your target audience. So as we know, our hormones fluctuate a lot during our cycle every month. When our estrogen is low and our progesterone is high, which they kind of roller coaster throughout our cycle during the month. When estrogen is low and progesterone is high, we experience dryness. So it could be in intimate areas that you're noticing dryness, but it can also just be the skin on your face, the skin on your body. Women going through menopause experience a lot of skin dryness and irritation because of this. And you might think, oh, I break out though more. I'm more likely to have a breakout like acne or blemishes during different parts of my cycle. But that's actually related to dryness as well. Your skin gets dehydrated or dry, and your oil production tries to make up for it, and you end up with breakouts on your skin. So that's one major issue that we deal with during those hormonal fluctuations, is skin dryness that leads to all kinds of issues. But we also get mood disturbances or mood alterations in many cases when those hormones shift as well. We know that estrogen, for example, increases our mood altering chemical serotonin and the number of serotonin receptors in our brain. It modifies the production and effects of endorphins, which are like those feel good chemicals in our brain. It protects our nerves from damage and possibly stimulating nerve growth, right? Like estrogen plays a big part in how our brain works. And so when it's jumping all over the place, our emotions kind of take a little roller coaster ride, right? So we know that hormonal changes are connected to a lot of these things. It's hard to connect every single symptom that goes on in a woman's life to which hormone and when, because they're so complex. But while they are very important for our bodily functions, we do need some tools to deal with their side effects, right? So as you notice, this is like a typical menstrual cycle in a woman's life. You can see this estrogen will skyrocket and then plummet, which definitely affects our mood and our skin. And also progesterone will start low, but then as it gets higher, so when estrogen's low, that's when we experience dryness. And when progesterone is high, that's when we experience dryness. And sometimes those two things are happening at the same time. So it's just helpful for us to understand why that's happening. It's just part of our body. These are hormones we need for all kinds of things, like having a family and taking care of other bodily functions, but they can be kind of tricky business. So it's just helpful to know that we need a solid toolkit like the toolkit that we just showed you in the Balance for Women set, so that we can deal with all the things that happen as those hormones are fluctuating, right? So looking back at that set for you, what is the superstar or the superstars of this set? If you're looking at the Balance for Women set, what is the thing that, if you're promoting this set this month, if this is your focus for this month, what are the products that are getting the most airtime for you? Can you let me know in the chat? For you, for your target audience, what do you think are their biggest needs, or which product is going to meet the most of their high demand needs for your target audience that you're chatting with on social media, in your customer groups? I see Gel Intim is a big one. And Gel Intim is such a lifesaver if you talk to women going through perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause. Like their estrogen levels are very low, which can affect dryness. And so having something with like a plant-based estrogen to kind of make up for that is really, really helpful. Good. So I think Gel Intim is a great place to start. I know Deo Intim is a huge bestseller for us as well. So just kind of pick your favorite products out of that set to give a little more airtime, but really start promoting this whole set. And you can connect it to that idea of some of those hormonal changes and how they affect our lives as women as well. So let's talk about how we can use this set, the Balance for Women set, for our consultant challenge this week. So first I wanted to reflect and share just how did it go last week? Those of you who were here with us, did our training last week, we asked you to just make a simple reel where you have a life situation, you have a little bit of text, you're directing someone to read the description, and you talk a little bit more about a product and its benefits or a specific need. I was talking about how a 20-minute aromatherapy bath can be really helpful and why. So if you posted something similar to what we learned about last week, how did it go? Did you have any technical difficulties? Did you have some success stories, people reaching out or interacting? Did you have more views? Did you have extra interactions? I would love to hear anything in the chat of just that quick reflection of, did you get to try that social media strategy and how did it go for you? If you haven't been back into your social media to check on it, this is a great day to do it. So write that on your to-do list. Just make sure that you're following up on those things, being brave and trying them, and having that variety of content on your social media can be really helpful. We'll try to keep giving you ideas for how to vary your content and keep your audience engaged. Okay. All right. So sometimes they want a 10-minute demonstration. Sometimes they want a quick reel. It kind of depends on your target audience and the time of year, the time of day, all these things, right? So this week we're going to focus on creating just an informative demo. That means you're just going to hop on a video that you're going to pre-record as a reel, or that you're going to do live as just like a live where you can have people commenting as you're talking, right? I suggest that you use the topic of hormonal changes and their effects on the body. Yes. You can rewatch this webinar and grab some extra details. I kept it really basic, but I also have links to the articles that I'm referencing. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, thank you. Sorry. So hormonal, maybe we should talk about allergies instead, right? Okay, so hormonal changes and their effects on the body. And then pull up this set, whether you have the samples of each of these items at home, or if you do own the whole set, or you could order it right away so you can talk about it later this month. Go through the uses and benefits of each product in the set. I would pick a couple to really highlight and go a little bit more in depth on. And then make sure you include a call to action. So do you want to direct them to your Instagram bio so that they can check out your LinkTree and you have this set posted near the top of your LinkTree? Do you want them to comment something and then you'll reach out to them later? Do you want them to follow and send you a direct message so that you can kind of do a consult via message with them? What works best for you? For most of you, if you're posting to Instagram, sending them to your bio to check out your LinkTree will be the best way. We'll just make sure that we have our LinkTree up to date and including this set towards the top. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Just a quick reminder to update your May offers in LinkTree as well. So when we're looking at the balance for women, okay, so go ahead and take a screenshot of that if you need to, sorry. So just an informative demo. It's like just a virtual demonstration of the products, talking about the idea of hormonal changes. You can use that for your hook, talk about the uses and benefits of each product, and some kind of call to action at the end. Okay. All right. So when we're looking at the Balance for Women set, the regular price would be $212, but this month we have it for $159. That's for our customer prices. For the consultant price, it's $119.25. So that means you're getting 5 products, and look at, they're like full size, use products that are going to last you a nice long time. They're going to be about $24 per product. So this is a great investment for us as consultants. This is something that meets basic needs for personal care for women and even their families sometimes. So if this is something you want to invest in, if you haven't yet, this is a great place to start for this month. So we're going to talk about how to talk about women's needs this month, right? By using multiple guides and certifications that we have available. We've picked 4, but as you know, women, we're kind of complex creatures, and there's a lot of different topics that you could pull from that are connected to our offers and our products that we have going on this month. So you could talk about the Healthy Pregnancy Guide and connect that to some of the products that are on sale, such as Care and Repair, some of the Balance for Women set products, etc. Balanced Body Care is going to be connected to the body contouring line, and Care and Repair oil and a few other complementary products. The Hand Spa for the hand serum. You could talk about chamomile hand cream, how to use Care and Repair oil on your cuticles, things like that. And then the Emotional Well-Being Guide, talking about, managing emotions. We could talk about geranium and some of our other oils that help manage those emotions, things like that. So kind of pick and choose. I would recommend, if you have the time this month to check out all 4 guides and their certifications. You might have some of these done already, so just clean up kind of anything that you haven't gotten to yet. If you have time for just one this month, that's totally fine. But kind of make a plan right now and write it on your to-do list, on your notes from today's webinar. Which wellness event guide would you like to study up on a little bit this month and get certified in this month by using those little quizzes that are available in our consultant app? If you're not sure where to find these, they're under Spa Tools in your app or on Virtual Office, or you can just search the topic and they pop right up in your resources folder on the app. Okay. All right. So For prospecting and reaching out to our customers and generating more sales, we want to give you just a couple of quick reminders. So remember that we need to do that monthly LinkTree update where you go into your LinkTree that you use for your used business. You add direct product links for the offers that you're going to be promoting or any other sets that you're going to be promoting this month. Remember how you can toggle them on and off. So you might turn some of the sets off that you're not focusing on right now and add other buttons with the direct product links, or just turn them back on if they've already been created, and kind of rearrange your links so that your high priority sets and products are up at the top of it. So just a reminder, if you don't have that on your to-do list already, if you didn't already do that the 1st of May, please make sure that you update that so that your customers, especially on social media, are able to reach your most recent products on your Linktree. Okay. Also, something that Cesar recommends a lot for us, excuse me, is for each month, choose a focus topic and set that you really want to work on quite a bit during the month. It simplifies your work process. It helps you get organized once and reuse information and resources over and over and over again. It helps your target audience see similar information over and over throughout the month, which is going to eventually build up to them seeing the value in the topic and the set that you're talking about and being more willing to buy it, right? So don't feel like you have to switch gears every single day and do something totally different. It's okay to have a focused topic, break it up into small pieces in your social media content and your outreach with your customer groups, and also every once in a while do a complete demo with that. So we want you to look at, I showed you 4 guides that are related to women's needs. We have even more available if you look in spa tools, but I want you to choose one of those guides to really focus on in the month of May. You read it, you have it semi-organized in your brain. You refer to it often to come up with, okay, how could I present this information for my social media and other customer group, outreach? How could I use that guide often throughout the month? Maybe you print it out and have it in your workspace ready to go. Make sure you complete the certification for that guide to get that done since you're already looking at it this month. And then find a set that you are going to really focus on as your key selling point this month. Maybe you have some great before and after pictures and customer testimonials for the body contouring line, and you want to really focus on that. Maybe you really love the hand care, so you're going to work on the serum, chamomile hand cream, and care and repair oil, things like that. So try to get organized on a topic that you are passionate about, that you have good testimonials about and lots of information about, that you would like to focus on for this month. And set that up if you have a calendar of May printed out or in your agenda, right? In your planner, just come up with like different ways that you could talk about that topic kind of sprinkled throughout the month. And you will notice how it really one piece of content builds on the next, so that your customers are getting that similar information over and over again and feel like, yes, I actually do want to try this for my own well-being. Does that make sense? So it might be the Balance for Women set, it might be the body contouring set, it might be the specific pieces of the hand care set that you would like to pull together. You make the choice, but pick a guide, get certified, and get that direct product link ready to go right away, so that you can get going. Go ahead and let us know in the chat, what is a topic that you can see yourself getting really excited about, that you could see your target audience getting really engaged with this month of May? I'd love to hear. I definitely want to talk about the Balance for Women set. I feel like for my business, it's the best move, but also because it reaches so many like base needs for women. What do you all think? Those of you who are here with us live, what do you think you would like to focus on? We said balanced body care. We said emotional well-being. Let me see if I can remember all of them. Healthy pregnancy and hand spa. Those are some of the topics, but you might come up with another one too. Maybe you just want to talk about menopause and its many surprises and how used products can help people through that. You can kind of come up with your own as well. Go ahead and let us know in the chat when you're ready. I would love to hear from you. Okay, make a plan. Having a plan, getting organized in that basic setup really helps keep you going throughout the month with dedicating a minimal amount of time to that. All right, so then we're going to use our last 10 minutes or so to keep working towards getting our chat bot set up. As we've mentioned, one of the newest trends with influencers on social media these days is they post content and they ask you to comment a specific word. It's usually 7 characters or less in the comments on their post. And they use a chat bot that they connect to their Instagram and Facebook that is going to, once you put in that keyword in a comment, the chat box is going to pick that up and send you a direct message from the influencer's account with a link to a product, a link to a free resource, a link to, right? They're usually going to, and it's a really cool way to get, to kind of automate that process and get your information or your product link or your, it might be a guide or a quiz or whatever it is, sent out to customers in the moment that they are interested in engaging with your content. So instead of, oh, 2 days later, you are in Instagram, notice someone commented, and then you're sending them a DM 2 days later, we can use these chatbots to do it right away in the moment. So one of those chatbots that we're using is ManyChat. I'll be walking you through those steps again today, and we can connect it to our Instagram and Facebook account so that it manages those 2 platforms for us in that way. And like we said last week, you can use this for many different ways. We're going to just start by the main thing that you see right now is by having people comment on a post or reel and having it send out direct messages to them, right? So last time we connected, please get your device out if you didn't do this last week with us. And we're going to open up our Instagram app if you haven't already done so. Okay, so we are on a device, like a mobile device, right? Like a phone. We open up our Instagram app. And we'll go into our business account. If you're not sure how to flip between one and the other, do a little double click on your picture, your profile picture down in the bottom toolbar. Just do a double click on there and it will switch between the 2. So right now I'm in my used account that I have set up. I go in from my used account and I click on those 3 lines up at the top right to open up my settings. I go into my message settings. In mine, I have a creator account. Some of you might have a business account, so it can look slightly different, but you want to find your message settings. So mine says messages and story replies. Your wording might be slightly different based on your account type, but you do want some kind of creator or business account so that it will allow you to do all these different things that we're going to be working on, okay? If you think yours is still in a personal account, within these settings, you can also find the place where you can switch your account type as well. But we're in our message settings. We are going to go to where it says message requests. And then you should find a little button. If you scroll down a little bit, down towards the bottom, it says connected tools. And you just have to make sure that's toggled on, allow access to messages. So when we have a third-party app like ManyChat, and that we're connecting to our Instagram account, we need to give it some kind of access so that it can send out those messages that we're going to be programming it to do. Let me know in the chat if this is something you've already accomplished, if everything went okay, or if you have any questions. Remember that within Zoom, we have the option to react, and you can raise your hand too if you have to ask a question that way, that's fine. Otherwise, you can ask questions or comments in the chat as we go along here. Those of you who are connected with us here live, did this first step go okay so far? What we noticed last week is that some people, based on creator account versus business account, the settings look slightly different. But the key is go into your settings, make sure in your used account on Instagram, right? Go into your settings, find the message options in there, and click through the message options until you find this little connected tools option. Okay, it looks like we're doing okay so far. All right, so that's setting up Instagram on our device, and that's what that will look like. Okay. Then we have to make sure that our Instagram and Facebook accounts are linked. So some key things here is that, okay, you have created an Instagram account as a creator or business account, right? It's different than your personal account, but you can do it in the same app and you just you just create it within your personal account. You add a new account as a creator or as a business. And then you can just toggle between the 2, like by double clicking on your face on your little profile picture, and easy peasy, all in the same app. You don't have to sign in or out. It's all just in there. Okay. You also have to go into Facebook. You can go into your personal account, but then you're going to create a business page in there, right? So if you haven't done so already, just Google how to set up a business page in Facebook. You'll want to make sure you set it up with the new page experience. It's not very new, it's been around for a few years, but you do need to make sure that it's all that if you created it 6 years ago, you might have to update it to the new page experience in order for all these things to work. So those are just a few things that you might run into that if you haven't been keeping up with some of those things the past few years, you might have to update. Make sure you have a Facebook business page created and make sure that it's in the new page experience if you haven't done so already. Okay, because if it's not, you might just not see the same options come up. So the same thing happens here. I go into my personal Facebook, I double click on my face, my little profile icon at the bottom to toggle between my personal account and my business page account in Facebook, right? And even if you're like, oh, I never use this one, that's okay. You just have to connect the accounts in terms of permissions. A lot of our third-party apps are going through Meta Business Suite and things like that. They go through Facebook for us to give them permission to work. So we just need them connected more for logistics and things like that. So I double click on my little face here to toggle in between my accounts. I'm on my business page. Look, I had long hair on my business page. I have to update that picture. Like I don't use my Facebook business page a ton. I use my personal account for my personal contacts in Facebook, but I don't do a lot of public outreach on here. So I have it created, but I don't use it all the time. I still need to keep it up to date, right? So I'm going to toggle into my business account. I'm going to click on my face in my business account in my Facebook business page and go into settings and privacy. And you'll just click on it to open up this little drop-down menu. Go to settings. And then in there, it'll say linked accounts. Now, Facebook is connected with Instagram and WhatsApp. So mine already says Instagram connected. If you haven't gone in and connected your Facebook business page to your Instagram business page, you will just be able to click on it and complete the setup. Like you'll have to put in your password and a few little verification things, but it's pretty simple. So if you haven't done so already, you go ahead this way. If you already have, yours will look like mine where it says Instagram connected to, and mine is Self-Care Essentials, right? So any questions on that? Okay, so that's what we did last week. Hopefully we've been able to troubleshoot any difficulties that came up last week. Now, today we're going to go into a browser. And we're like, so if you have your laptop next to you, right? Like grab your laptop, go into a browser like Chrome or Edge or one of those. And we're going to just go into www.manychat.com. And we're just going to get some of the basics set up on ManyChat.com. Okay. Make sure you're in a browser. You could try this on your phone in a browser, but it's a little hard to see. Things get really small. So yeah. Okay. So we go into www.manychat.com in a browser, and we're going to click on Get Started. Some of you might have set this account up last week if you were kind of ahead of the game, but we go to Get Started. And after you click on Get Started, you'll want to choose Instagram as your main channel. You'll see Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Telegram, etc. But we want to start with Instagram. That's going to be our main focus area. That's where we're going to be able to reach out to the majority of our customers, okay? So Instagram is our main channel. Okay. And then it's going to ask you to sign in, and it gives you some options. It asks you continue with Google or continue with Facebook. We want this to be connected to Instagram, Facebook, Meta Business Suite, etc. So instead of signing in with Google, which I know a lot of you probably normally do, continue with Facebook to create your account. Okay. So go into continue with Facebook. And this next setting is really up to you. It says, choose the pages you want ManyChat to access. Do you want it to access all current and future pages? Like if you're going to create more in the future, or opt into current pages only. I would give it access to all current and future pages just to save myself from going through and doing this again later on, but it's up to you, okay? If you already have your pages created, it won't make very much difference for you, so that is fine. Are we doing okay so far? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you're able to follow along and your technology is cooperating. It's hard when I can't see your faces, you know. I want to make sure that we're following everything and it's working. Yeah, okay. We're just going to do a couple more steps. And then you're going to go in and complete a questionnaire that pops up. It doesn't even matter what you answer. It does not affect your account setup whatsoever. It's just them collecting some data from you. So you can answer randomly. You can answer according to your needs. Either way is fine. But a little questionnaire will pop up. You can answer it however you'd like. It's just a thing that you have to do as part of the setup, but the answers don't really affect much. Doing okay? All right. Then you're going to be clicking through that little questionnaire, and I'm going to move on just for time's sake, but these next few steps will be pretty quick. So then it's going to ask you to log into Instagram and accept permissions to connect ManyChat to your Instagram. So it'll come up a few steps left, log in with Instagram and set your permissions. So you'll click on go to Instagram. A little box will pop up, and it will ask you to toggle on some features. You'll need these all toggled in order to be able to use the tools that we're going to talk about. So you definitely have to give it access to your profile and media, but you're also going to allow it to manage comments because we want it to read our comments and send out messages accordingly. We want it to manage messages because we wanted to send out messages accordingly. Access and manage insights. That's also just helpful in terms of getting the reports that we need on how our content is doing. Okay. And then we just toggle all those on and click allow. Now, some of you might start with the free version for now. Some of you might be ready to go in pro paid version if you'd like. There are quite a few options available with the free version. If you feel like you're going to be using this a ton on your content, it might be worth it for you to do the $15 a month for having ManyChat Pro. It's $15 a month, but you could start with the free plan or activate your pro trial. Now, the only thing is that if you go through the regular pro trial through the website, it will give you only 14 days. Natasha Willis, whose tutorial we're following, she has a special code. So if you want 30 days instead of 14 days, you just type in Natasha as a coupon code, and it will give you 30 days instead of 14. Okay, so if you are going to do the 30 free days and you want to start off with the pro features, you can do that now, or you can wait till we're fully trained on it and then activate this. But just take a little screenshot so that you remember this, that if you do want to activate and get 30 days of pro for free, you can use that code Natasha to get 30 instead of 14. Okay. All right, so then we should come to our homepage and ManyChat. And we have more setup to do. I know it's so hard. These third-party apps, you have to give access to so many different things. You'll notice that on the left-hand side of your homepage, there's a little gear for your settings. Oops. If you click on settings, then in this other little menu here on the left, you should see a spot where it says main, inbox, and then channels. For channels, you'll have Instagram and Messenger that we're going to be using. So you'd want to click on Instagram and click connect. And you'll want to click on Messenger and click Connect. Some of you might be connecting it to WhatsApp as well, which is totally fine. Go ahead and connect anything that you think you'll be using, okay? So we need to go into Settings, under Channels, click Instagram, and then choose Connect, and then select Messenger and click Connect, okay? And that will be our main setup for today. Okay, so you should have a lot of the basics kind of set up. Next week, we're going to go into a little bit more there's a few more things with settings, but hopefully we'll be able to get to the point where we are creating some directions that we can give to ManyChat to say, like, if I have people comment this in my content, send out this message with this link for me, please, right? So the exciting part is coming next week. How are we doing on setup? Let me know in the chat, please, if you're having any questions or technical difficulties. As we've said before, Cynthia and I are more than happy to help work through some of those things. And Google and YouTube they work wonders too. If you have a question, pop it in there, and you can usually find a pretty good quality tutorial from Facebook itself, from Instagram itself, etc., to walk you through any troubleshooting steps that you need. But we're always happy to help if we can. So for our call to action this week, please create an informative demo, whether it's a reel that you record ahead of time or a live that you're doing on the spot for the Balance for Women set. Some of you might do this in TikTok. Some of you might do this in Instagram. Some of you might do this in Facebook, wherever you feel more confident. You could even do it in all three places. Some of you might post it as a short to your YouTube channel, things like that. But create an informative demo about that featured set this month. Please make sure you go in and update your LinkTree with May offers. Make sure you toggle some things off if you need to, toggle others back on, create new links if you need to, so that you have direct product links that go into your shopping website, and put the most important things on the top for this month. Create your ManyChat account with those directions we went through, troubleshoot any issues, and reach out to me or Cynthia as needed so that we're caught up on that process and can start using it hopefully next week. And just remember, we want to sell $500 in products and sets. That would be a great goal for this first week. We want to make sure we definitely do that by the 20th for our extra incentives. But we want you to reach those goals of becoming a pro consultant this month. And it's always better earlier than at the last minute, right? So please reach out if you need help with any of those steps, and we are happy to walk you through it. Each week, we want to do a little more than the last. We want to keep growing and learning and trying new things to build our use business and reach more people. So those of you who are catching the replay, thanks so much for checking in with us and getting caught up. Those of you who are here with us live, just stay a couple extra minutes for some time-sensitive reminders.